Hello, I am D. Balanarsimha, Assistant Professor of Chemistry, Government Degree College, Ramanapet. In the previous videos, I have explained about crystal field theory, postulates of crystal field theory, and d orbital splitting in octahedral complexes, and d orbital splitting in tetrahedral complexes, and d orbital splitting in square planar complexes. So, in this video lecture, I am going to discuss about factors which affect magnitude of crystal field theory, crystal field splitting, okay, or factors which affect magnitude of crystal field stabilization energies, okay. And after this, I would like to explain limitations of crystal field theory, okay. So, before entering into the basic concept, of today's lecture, topic of today's lecture, we should rewind that what is ligand which donates electrons to the metal ion. So, this metal ion or atom is having d orbitals, okay, orbitals. So, these d orbitals accommodate electrons from these ligands. These ligands are called as Lewis bases because they donate electron pair to the metal ion. So, this metal atom is called as Lewis acid because it is electron deficient and it accepts electron pair from the ligand. Okay, according to crystal field theory, the bond between metal atom and ligand is pure ionic. Okay, right. Next, suppose in crystal field theory, basic thing is d orbital. There are 5 types of there are 5 d orbitals are there: dxy, dyz, dzx, and dx square minus y square and dz square, and 3 are T2g and 2 are Eg orbitals. T2g orbitals lie between the axes, Eg orbitals lie along the axis. So, by this nature, if the ligands approach metal ion through axis, energy of Eg orbitals will be increased. So, if they approach metal ion through between the axes, these T2g orbitals energy will be increased. So, this is the basic concept which is behind the d orbital splitting in octahedral, tetrahedral and square planar complexes. So, in this lecture, what are the factors which affect magnitude of crystal field splitting? Okay, you know that suppose we are taking octahedral complex, Eg orbital, energy of Eg orbitals will be increased and energy of T2g orbitals will be decreased. Okay, the splitting energy delta O depends on, so with respect to crystal octahedral splitting, delta O, with tetrahedral splitting it is called as delta T. For square planar complexes it is called as delta SP. Okay, right. So, here what are the factors which affect the magnitude of this delta? Okay, so we know that the main components, okay, we may call it we may not, but metal ion and ligand. Okay, so this magnitude depends on these metal ion and ligand. Ligands, they donate electrons, okay, and metal ions, they receive electron pairs. So, these metal ions d orbitals which influence the magnitude. So, in ligands, their nature, their basicity, okay, these influence the magnitude of crystal field splitting. So, we will start our discussion with the nature of ligands. Okay, right. So, here I am starting with The factors which determine the magnitude of crystal field splitting are given below. The nature of ligands, yes. So first point, the greater the basic and polar nature of uncharged ligand, okay, there should not be any charge. If there is no charge on the ligand, greater will be the crystal field splitting. Suppose here ethylene diamine, NH3, pyridine and H2O have been taken here as examples. In this, the basic nature decreases, basic character decreases from ethylene diamine to H2O. Okay, so basic nature is inversely proportional, is directly proportional to crystal field splitting. Okay, so greater the basic and nature of uncharged ligand, greater will be the crystal field splitting. So basic nature decreases from ethylene diamine to H2O. So ethylene diamine will be having higher crystal field splitting than H2O because ethylene diamine is more basic than H2O. So the concept is more the basic the ligand is, the crystal field splitting will be more. Okay, so basic nature is directly proportional to, not directly, but basic nature increases. If basic nature of the ligand increases, the crystal field splitting also, energy also increases. Okay, right. Next, suppose regarding with basic nature, suppose there are some ligands which are having higher electronegativities, okay, and smaller sizes. These ligands will influence the crystal field splitting to a minimal effect. Okay, these are called as weak field ligands. Okay, small sized and large negatively charged ligands cause greater crystal field splitting. Small sized and large negative ligands, charged ligands cause greater crystal field splitting. So right, okay, so suppose the ligands which are having highly electronegative, sorry, earlier I explained it in a reverse manner. Here more the negative electronegative atom ligand, more is its crystal field splitting. Okay, here small sized and large negatively charged ligands cause greater crystal field splitting. Okay, small sized and largely negative ligands. Suppose here if you compare iodine and fluoride, okay, iodide ion and fluoride ion, so size of the fluoride is less and the electronegativity is more. So which is more strong field ligand? Strong field ligand means it influences the crystal field splitting in a larger way. Okay, so the crystal field larger strong field ligands splits or increases the crystal field splitting. Okay, right. So the ligands which produce a large splitting are called as strong field ligands. The ligands which produce a short smaller splitting are called as weak field ligands. Okay, so here the crystal field splitting, these ligands decreasing order of crystal field splitting is like this. So F minus is smaller, is having smaller size and it's having a highly electronegative atom. So C2O4 minus oxalate ion is more strong field ligand than F minus, and F minus is more strong field ligand than Cl minus. Cl minus is greater than Br minus, Br minus is more than I minus. So simple example, F is having smaller size and highly electronegative, so it influences, it splits the d orbitals in a larger way, so it produces a larger splitting in d orbitals. That's why it is called as strong field ligand than I minus. I minus is called as weak field ligand when you compare with F minus. Okay, so the relative values of delta have been studied using different ligands and different metal ions through spectral analysis. As a result, spectrochemical series of metal ions and ligands groups have been obtained. So, by observing crystal field splittings with so many ligands, there a series has been made. Okay, so that series is called as, by analyzing spectral analysis, so the series is called as spectrochemical series. In that series, the ligands will be arranged in a manner that the from strong field ligand to weak field ligand through weak field ligand to strong field ligands. So that series is called as spectrochemical series. Here it is a spectrochemical series. The following is the decreasing order of crystal field splitting of various ligands with constant metal ions. Here the spectrochemical series is arranged in a way that starting these are strong field ligands, these are weak field ligands. They produce, these strong field ligands produce larger splitting in d orbitals. These weak field ligands produce smaller splitting in d orbitals. Okay, so these strong field ligands, so the order is strong field ligands to weak field ligands, and strong field ligands produces low spin complexes and weak field ligands produces high spin complexes. We will discuss about all these things. So low spin complexes means in high spin complexes, in the complexes which are having strong field ligands as ligands, they split, the split takes place in a split is more, d orbital splitting is large, that's why the electrons will be paired up. So the pairing of electrons leads to low spin. Okay, whereas in case of weak field ligands, there will be minimum number of pairing of electrons, so resulting in unpaired electrons in the d orbitals, resulting in high spin complexes. So strong field ligands produces larger splitting in d orbitals and low spin complexes, and weak field ligands produces smaller splitting in d orbitals and produces high spin complexes, so resulting in high spin complexes, right. So in this this is called as spectrochemical series. Here if you observe it, so they are arranged in a systematical manner. CO and CN, CO and CN, they have similarly what is that, crystal field splitting, they have crystal field splitting. So this is the order, and I minus produces smaller splitting in d orbitals. So here this spectrochemical series is arranged in a way that larger or strong field ligands are on the starting and weak field ligands are in the end. So this is the order. So crystal field stabilization energies also decreases from here to here. High spin complexes are also increases. If you go from here to from right to left, low spin complexes result in low spin complexes, right. And so next, types of d orbitals. Here types of d orbitals means we are talking about first we discussed about nature of ligands. Now we are discussing about nature of metal ion. So metal ion is having d orbital. So the crystal field splitting in these complexes depends upon the nature of the d orbital which lie in metal ions. So higher the size of the metal ion, higher the size, larger the size of the metal ion, larger will be its splitting. and so in this way the 5d orbital is having larger size than 4d. 4d is larger than 3d in size, so the splitting will be in this order. 5d is having higher splitting and 4d is having lower than 5d. So thus decreasing order of crystal field splitting is in this way. 5d is greater than 4d is greater than 3d. Okay, so d orbitals in the metal ion affects the magnitude of crystal field splitting. Next, geometry of complex. Earlier in our videos we have discussed about the relationship between these things: tetrahedral splitting in d orbital splitting in tetrahedral complexes, d orbital splitting in octahedral complexes, d orbital splitting in square planar complexes. So there is a relationship between delta O and delta T. Delta T is equal to 4/9 delta O. Okay, delta Sp is equal to 1.3 delta O. So from this we come to the conclusion that delta T is less than delta O is less than delta Sp. So if you write this way, delta Sp is having higher crystal field crystal field stabilization energies than delta O. Delta O is having higher crystal field stabilization energies than delta T. So this is the order. So here geometry is influencing the crystal field splitting or crystal field stabilization energies. Okay, so geometry, delta Sp is Sp means square planar. So simply we are saying that delta Sp is greater than delta O. Crystal field splitting in square planar complexes is greater than crystal field splitting in octahedral complexes. We are making this statement by observing looking at the geometry of the complex. So Sp, square planar complex, splitting in square planar complex is more than octahedral. Octahedral is more than tetrahedral. So geometry is influencing the d orbital splitting or crystal field splitting in complexes, coordination compounds. Right. So next, oxidation state. Okay, oxidation state also influences the crystal field stabilization energies or crystal field splitting in coordination compounds. So oxidation number of metal ion crystal field influences the magnitude of splitting. So crystal field splitting values also depend on the oxidation number of the metal ion in the complex. Greater the oxidation number of metal ion, greater is the magnitude of crystal field splitting. So it is due to the high polarizing power of cations or metal cations, and therefore these ligands will approach such a metal ion more closely, resulting in larger splitting. So metal ions which are having higher charges attracts the metal ligand more closely. Okay, so these ligands will influence the d orbitals to a larger extent, resulting in larger splitting of d orbital. So here I am taking the example of hexaamine cobalt 3 ion CO plus 3 and CO plus 2. It is CO plus 3, it is CO plus 2. So here cobalt is in plus 2 oxidation state, here it is in plus 3 oxidation state. Here the splitting energy of CO plus 3 d orbital in CO plus 3 is larger than the splitting energy. Okay, crystal field stabilization energy is lower in plus 2. So nearly it is double in plus 3. Okay, right, it is nearly double, right, double in plus 3 oxidation state than in plus 2 oxidation state. From this we can say that the oxidation state or oxidation number of metal ion in metal complexes will influence the magnitude of d orbital splitting. Why it is happening? The metal ion which is having larger, M means here metal ion, metal, so which is having higher greater oxidation state attracts the ligand. Okay, it attracts the ligand in a effective way, in a strong way. So this ligand in return, this ligand influences the d orbital splitting in a larger way. So the oxidation number of metal ion influencing the d orbital splitting of the complex of the metal ion. Okay, right. There is an exemption to it. Suppose two metal ions are having same oxidation states, oxidation states. Suppose I am taking hexacyanoferrate and hexa-aqua iron ion +3. Both of these complexes, iron is having in +3 oxidation states. So that means, that doesn't mean the d orbital splitting in these both of the complexes is not same. Why? The ligands are different in these complexes, though they are having same oxidation state of metal ion, but they are having different ligands. Cn, as from spectrochemical series, Cn is strong field ligand than Cn minus is strong field ligand than H2O. So Cn means strong field ligand. So the splitting is greater or larger in the ligand which is having Cn minus. So d orbital splitting in hexacyanoferrate is greater than hexa-aqua iron. Why? Because Cn is a strong field ligand and H2O is a weak field ligand. Though the oxidation states of the iron is same in these both of the complexes, right? And these high spin complexes, strong field ligands and weak field ligands. We have discussed that strong field ligands produces lower spin complexes and weak field ligands produces weaker spin complexes, high spin complexes. Weak field ligand produces high spin complexes. So by taking these examples again, we can explain this. So it is Cn is strong field ligand and H2O is weak field ligand, right? So how H2O weak field ligand, we can explain the why these strong field ligand produces low spin complexes. So in both of these complexes, Fe is having it is in +3 state. So atomic number of iron is 26 and it is having d5 electrons both. So these are octahedral complexes, both are, because coordination number is 6 or valence is 6. So in octahedral complexes, the d orbital splits in a way that Eg orbitals will get higher energy than T2g here and Eg. So 5 electrons are there. So in the presence of strong field ligands, the d orbital splits to a larger extent. So the splitting energy is high. So and pairing energy is low. So these 5 electrons follow the Hund rule and will be paired up. So there is only one unpaired electron is here. Whereas in case of hexa-aqua iron, the Eg and T2g, I am taking only these. So the crystal field splitting is low, delta O is low. So this energy is low, that's why they don't pair up and enter into the Eg orbitals. So here there are 5 unpaired electrons. So 5 unpaired electrons means it is a high spin complex. Here only one unpaired electron or more number of electrons are paired up. That's why the cyanide ligand, which is strong field ligand, producing low spin complex, and H2O, which is weak field ligand, producing high spin complexes. So in this way, actually it is not about the factor which is affecting magnitude of splitting. It is about crystal field theory. So crystal field theory explained in this way the magnetic properties of coordination compounds or complex compounds. So it explained that there are some mainly classified ligands into two types, and one is strong field ligand, another one is weak field ligand. Strong field ligand produces larger splits in d orbitals and larger higher stabilization, crystal field stabilization energies, and weaker field ligands produces smaller d orbital splitting and high spin complexes. So in this way it explained magnetic properties of what is this crystal field theory of metal complexes. Okay, right. So until now we have discussed about factors which are influencing magnitude of crystal field splitting or crystal field stabilization energies. Majorly it depends on ligand and metal ion, nature of ligand and nature of metal ion. How ligand influences the d orbital splitting? So we have taken some example ligands which are having highly electronegative charge and highly smaller size and highly electronegative atom. They are stronger field ligand than, and ligands which are having a large size and smaller electronegativities. So and there is some concept came spectrochemical series. So spectrochemical series. So in this spectrochemical series we have arranged ligands in a way that largest strong field ligands come first, and then the order goes on to weak field ligands, right, I minus. Okay, so in this way ligands influence the splitting in complexes, and metal ions also influences. Metal ions are having d orbitals. Smaller the size of d orbital, smaller is the splitting. So higher the larger the size of d orbital, larger is the splitting. So 5d, 4d and 3d, this is the order. And oxidation state of the d orbital influences the what is it, magnitude of the splitting. Here I am taking m plus 3 is greater than m plus 2. So metal ions which are having plus 3 oxidation state in complexes are split in them is larger than smaller oxidation states. Metal ions which are having smaller oxidation states. And the third concept is, and the third one is geometry of the complexes. So we know that geometry, how geometry explains the splitting. We know that delta Sp is greater than delta O is greater than delta T, right? Delta Sp means here by only observing, looking at looking at the geometry, we say that splitting in square planar complexes is higher than, larger than, greater than octahedral complexes, and splitting in octahedral complexes is larger than tetrahedral complexes. So geometry here, by observing the geometry, by looking at the geometry, we can say the splitting, relative splitting, what is that, splitting in square planar and octahedral and tetrahedral complexes. So these are the factors which are influencing the splitting in d orbitals. So crystal field theory has explained magnetic properties of complexes and d orbital splitting, and why some complexes are low spin complexes and why some complexes are high spin complexes. So it explains so many things, and it says that the bond between ligand and metal ion is purely ionic, but there are some shortcomings or limitations of crystal field theory, right? We'll discuss about all those things. I am concluding this lecture. Thank you once again.